Howdy, and welcome to Lead to Grow, Part 2, Module 2, and Lesson 3 on Purpose. In this lesson, we'll be exploring, is your why big enough to succeed? According to the Small Business Administration, approximately two-thirds of businesses survive at least 2 years. About half survive at least 5 years, and only a third survive at least 10 years. Do you want your organization not to just survive, but thrive into the next decade? All leaders can help their business stay the course by overcoming one challenge, embracing a why that is large enough to carry their organization forward. Founders, owners, and leaders must ask themselves, is my why bigger than me? Is my why bigger than my current business or current job responsibilities? I love this quote from John Maxwell when he said, "When I found my why, I found my way. When I found my why, I found my will. When I found my why, I found my wings." Asking why is not an academic question. It has bottom line results. In a study done at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Business, researchers divided employees at the university call center where they solicited donations from alumni into three groups, each of which was prepped for making calls in a different way. Group number one interacted in person with beneficiaries of the donors. Group two read stories from beneficiaries about how the donations helped them with their education, careers, and lives. And group three had no contact at all with the beneficiaries. After a month of calling, researchers found that group one raised significantly more money than the other groups. Group one's deeper understanding of the impact of their work on students who benefited from the money raised, the why, motivated them to get better results. What you do and how you do it are important, but the why gives the passion, the fuel, the energy to succeed. I love this quote from Diana Ravitch. The person who knows how will always have a job. The person who knows why will always be his boss. When leaders find their why deep within, only then will they have the passion and the professional will to resolve to do whatever it takes to make the company great, no matter how big or hard the decision. How do you know if your why is strong enough? Ask yourself these questions. Is passion a characteristic of your life? Do you wake up feeling enthusiastic about your day? Is the first day of the week your favorite, or do you live from weekend to weekend, sleepwalking through your everyday routine? How long has it been since you couldn't sleep because you were too excited by an idea? Does your passion show? To get an honest assessment, just ask your coworkers. Ask your spouse about your level of desire. Well, let me give you a warning. Business failure rates have much to do with leaders not honestly asking the why question of themselves. Instead, these leaders assume the leadership role without the passion and professional will that their organization needs to succeed for the decades to come. They think about it. Just think about it. If you, as the leader, lack passion and professional will, how do you think your employees are going to behave after watching you? For a why strong enough to succeed, I have found that leaders need to take the time to discover their organization's purpose. Why? Because as a leader, your organization's purpose also affects the lives of the people around you. If your why doesn't seem strong enough for your business, then it's time to find one that is. It's time for you to discover why you exist. Your one thing, your organization's purpose. Not just because your business needs it, but because you need it. So let's lead ourselves first and begin with discovering our organization's purpose. Is your why big enough to succeed? If you left your business today, would your stakeholders understand their why well enough to continue on? Well, in this Lead to Grow lesson 3, write down 1, 2, or 3 action items or steps that you would like to take today. And this is the conclusion of this lesson 3 of Lead to Grow.